So, limited this weekend is a bit of a weird one, so I figured I'd give you guys this little tips and tricks to give you enough information to go and get your fourth and final ring, if that's what you're doing, to get the wonderful Dark Matter Elgin Baylor or whatever other prize you decided to get from this board. So, if you are excited, make sure you smash the like button and comment any cards that you guys use throughout the weekend to just kind of make it easier on yourself, just in case there's any cards that I don't cover that you thought were absolutely amazing to help people out, and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. So, for the full throttle week 4 game conditions for limited this week, it's pretty easy. You may use an overall 86 overall lineup or lower. You can't use a bronze card, you can't use a silver card, you can't use free agents, and you can't use heat check cards because they realized that there was a loophole with heat checks. So, I'll explain what that is in a second here. But yeah, just simple, basic conditions. Is nothing too serious. And if you plan it right, you can actually get a lineup looking like this for your limited lineup. You can see we have an 86 overall, and I have 3 really solid cards here in Batum, Bill Russell, and Christian Wood. But for the while, I was actually using James Wiseman. The first 2 gameplays I recorded before I realized I could run this lineup, and it's actually pretty great. And then I just have the full bench in gold cards. This is literally what everybody's doing. If you try to get an 86 overall lineup by yourself, you're going to have a lineup full of rubies, and it's just not worth your time. So I think you should try to do this. You can actually run somebody like Daquan Cook, who is a really good emerald at either this 2 or 3 spot, and then focus on getting a good point guard, a good at least center, and then maybe somebody throughout here that can play good. Luckily, Bill Russell can just kind of do everything, so I'm not worried about it. But good emeralds, at least for me, have just been this Daquan Cook. He's really the only card that I've thought about running, the only card that I really like. Patrick Williams is one that I don't mind. Denny Avija, I don't mind. But the only card that I'm really super excited about is going to be that wonderful Daquan Cook. Other ones that are kind of okay are Jeff Green if you badge up that bronze clamps, which is pretty cheap at this point, so if you want to do it, I would highly recommend it. Or you can get this emerald Jared Jeffries as well, who is a pretty decent card, has the Kobe base and can shoot a little bit, but again, you got to upgrade that clamps a little bit just in case. They have like Thaddeus Young at the 4, so those are the only 3 emeralds that I would use. But once you do it, if you sneak them in there, you can see I'm running a Invincible Dark Matter, a Galaxy Opal, and a Pink Diamond, and it's nice and easy. Plus a little Ruby Thaddeus Young, who is another one of my tips. If you are somebody who's going to be running this weekend, put Thaddeus Young in your lineup, throw him at the small forward, and then play everything else around it, and you'll be perfectly fine for it. The other tip that I can give is that everybody is using some of these new out-of-position point guards, and I'll cover, I guess, how much I've seen a lot of these other ones, because these out-of-position point guards are literally everywhere. Nicholas Batum, the wonderful Larry Bird, and I haven't actually seen anybody else using Josh Smith, probably because I'm on next gen, he's a current gen card, but everybody's using, Luka Doncic or somebody like that to be running the point guard position, so you gotta be prepared for it and at least have an answer. Because this weekend it's a pretty freeform one, you can use whatever cards you want. I went with the cheapest option in Nicholas Batum, and I honestly think he's actually the best option out of the point guards you can pick up, because, I mean, this guy's 8KMT. I don't even know what Josh Smith is anymore, but I would assume like 50 to 60. And Larry Bird was around 40K-ish last time I saw. So just MT-wise, man, go with Nicholas Batum. He's also got a better base, better animations, and I just absolutely love him. 6'9", and because he's a center, he's actually glitchy as a Pink Diamond. And we look at that: A+, 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 A-, A+, A+, B- in basketball, like you to lower the overall. Overall, it's just amazing. So you got to make sure you're covering at least that weakness and guarding a lot of these taller point guards, because people are going to be using it. I even went against a lineup where somebody was using Luka and J.R. Smith at the point guard and the shooting guard, so you really got to be careful that you have lineups that can guard that. And everybody, and I seriously mean everybody, I have 8 limited games in from this, and every single one of them had this Ruby Thaddeus Young card, because he's got the Dwayne Wade base. I think on quick, not very quick. I could be wrong. Could be on very quick. Either way. And it's just amazing. He's got gold clamps, he's got range, he's got all that wonderful stuff, and he's going to be great. And then, because a lot of people have been running the double big lineup, the only way to counter it is kind of run a double big lineup yourself. So I've gone against ones where people even have Ben Simmons at the power forward, and then they have some sort of center like Bol in there. So your only counter to a center like Bol is going to be a center that is almost exactly like him and I've been using James Wiseman. There's also some other options that have been dropping recently. I mean, if you got Bill Russell, a free card that is absolutely amazing for this is Galaxy Opal Christian Wood. I've done a gameplay on him, but he is a 6'10", wonderful 99 all-around card, which is just great. Got a 94 3-point shot. He can dunk. His defense is actually pretty crazy. And if I'm not mistaken, he's got Hall of Fame clams right there, which is going to be beautiful. I don't think he has Pick Dodger, but if you wanted to make a Hall of Fame, you could. And he is a card that you can actually get over here in the agendas in the LTE mode. And boom, for 20 triple threat offline games, you can get yourself this Christian Wood. The dunks was actually kind of an accident, but boom, there you go. You can get Christian Wood for literally free. And I think out of all these cards, he's definitely the one to get. TJ Warren second if you wanted a dark matter on your team. But quick little shout out. You can have some fun with that. Other big men that I haven't minded, I'll talk about some of the free ones. If you have Tony Kukoc, real fun power forward to run, gets real cheesy and people won't really expect it. You can run George Mikan if you can get used to that jump shot 4. I've also done a gameplay on him. I just wasn't too excited about him. Dave Cowens, nice little power forward to have some fun with if you wanted to. Same with David Glass. Karl Malone, Bam Adebayo was great. I've seen a bunch of people using Bam Adebayo as a power forward center. So definitely an option out there. Some people still using Jaren. But be careful about that double big lineup and make sure you get a really, really good point guard. There are some other actually rubies that I should talk about that I have on my lineup that I've been running just to have some fun with, or some sapphires like Diallo, pretty good all around sapphire. If you don't have Daquan Cook, you should have Diallo. They're basically just free cards that you can just go ahead and run in whatever lineup. Matt Barnes isn't a bad one that you can run at your shooting guard because he's 6'7". He's got good defense. He can shoot on the 3-point line. No range, so he's not going to be shooting from beyond it, but is a possible one out there. This wonderful George Gervin has a pretty slow release, a jump shot 40 on normal, but if you can get used to it, not too bad a card out there. Brian Russell is basically like another version of Scottie Pippen, slightly slower, but has really good defense, and he can shoot from deep, so lower your overall just a little bit. There's the clamps, and there's the deep threes to have some fun with at the 2 guard. I absolutely love this Kevin Porter Jr. because he's 6'6", and he's basically just a budget version of his Dark Matter, or J.R. Smith's Dark Matter. Absolutely amazing. Felipe Lopez, another Ruby that I absolutely love. Dig Legler, nah, not great. I've seen a lot of people using Lou Dort. Please don't do that unless you're using the diamond with the duo. Just really not too worth it. And then I think the only power forward, small forward that I recommend using is the wonderful Thaddeus Young. If you're looking for some budget centers, maybe you are somebody who doesn't have a few dark matter, so you want some, I guess, budget guys. Wes Unseld to run as a power forward is absolutely amazing. One of the best cards that you could run at that amethyst position, to be honest. That's the reason I still have him on the lineup, because he's just an absolute god. Matt Bonner is a one that I really like. Klay Thompson base on very quick. Some people don't like it. I think it is money, and he is just an absolutely demon of a shooter. And on next gen, he has Clams, Intimidator, Deep Threes, Hall of Fame, and King Curry Slide, which is just absolutely crazy. Some people like this Kostas on the Gumbo. Personally, not really a fan, but if you wanted to use him, you could use him, and he actually wouldn't be too bad. And then at the diamond position, I absolutely love running either the Simbular once you've added gold clamps to him, which I'll show you that I have done. He becomes an absolute demon. I mean, he's 7'5", I think. Let me get to it. 7'5", and he has Hall of Fame deep threes. Like, it's just broken, man. Pretty terrible release in like set shot too, but if you get used to it, you can green it. And I've thrown some people through a loop by actually being able to time the jumper with Simbular, which is pretty fun. But if you want more of a consistent option at the center position, there is Eddie Curry, who's got base 38, absolutely money center jumper, and can be pretty fun. Good 3-point shot, good dunking, and he can shoot it, play defense, and all that other wonderful stuff with that deep threes right there. Maybe not as cheesy, but can still be as fun. I'm assuming a lot of you guys probably have the MT to afford some of the, I guess, higher rated cards. So, you know, you could grab some of the new Flash guys that have been coming out if you wanted to, or just some of the Enshrine guys out there. If you need some real budget guys, I think this set is absolutely perfect for it. Amethyst Larry Bird is an absolute demon. Diamond Jordan is great. Amethyst Wes Unseld is amazing. Diamond Tracy McGrady isn't the cheesiest with the dribbles, but the jumper is fire. Scottie Pippen is okay. Jay West is okay. Ewing's okay. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is a demon once you add range to him. Becomes an absolute beast, which is just so fun. And again, I highly recommend you pick up one of these out of position cards. My personal favorite ranking goes Nicholas Batum in 1, Josh Smith at the 2, and then Larry Bird 3. So like 1, 2, 3, Batum, Smith, Bird. But it could be however you want it, however you have fun with the cards. That's my personal reaction. So again, just to recap, make sure you have a really tall, out of position point guard. Hopefully, I just told you who I ranked, but even if you use the free Luka that we did get or something like that, make sure you have a guard that can guard the cheesy point guards that they're running out right now, especially all these tall guys. You don't want to run to a Ben Simmons and just be completely caught off guard by it. And then make sure you have like a shooting guard, small forward, or power forward that can kind of just guard any of the 3. Throw in a nice little Emerald like Daquan Cook, a Jared Jeffries, or a Jeff Green, just to lower your overall a little bit more so you can sneak in 3 high-rated cards. Thaddeus Young on every single lineup because he's the best Ruby in the game. And then make sure you have a tall, cheesy center that can guard the legs of a Bull. And I think you're looking pretty good for limited this weekend to get your rings. A lot of people have kind of decided whether or not they want to get them. So I had like 5 rage quits yesterday just from simply playing the game because people either want free quits or nothing at all. So hopefully you can get some free ones out there and get yourself the 4th ring. Elgin Baylor, I wouldn't call a top card just because of his height at 6'6", but he is super fun, and I think a triple threat, he has quite a lot of play, and is actually a really fun card to use because, I mean, you have the Dante Exum base, I'm very quick, and like some of the highest total badges in the game, so super fun. Let me know what you personally use down in the comment section below to go ahead and get your ring, or just to play the limited games. You don't have to have your ring yet. Just let me know what cards you're using. Like the video if you did enjoy or found it informative at all, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. We are on that road to 10K subscribers. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.